Well, hello everybody. It's Kathy Kartak here from Kathy's Stamping Studio, and you will see right here that Lynn is missing. She is on vacation today, a much deserved vacation. She's relaxing today. So she said, "You're on your own, kid," and so here I am on my own. So just like Bob the Builder, I'm going to see whether I can finish the presentation, make 4 cards to show you, four cards to show you, and get out of here in time to make an appointment at 1 o'clock. Can she do it? Let's see. All right, let me flip the camera around and put it in my little holder here. And hopefully it won't turn itself off when I do that. And it looks good. All right, I'm going to quickly look at my computer to make sure I'm live. And yes, I am. Excellent. Okay, so first of all, we want to talk about the new product changes ahead. Stampin' Up! Announced that they are going to be phasing out their rubber stamps. And those rubber stamps, they call them cling stamps, are this kind. This is not the set we're using today. This is paper tags. But these are what they call the cling stamps, and they're on the red rubber. So Stampin' Up! Has to phase that out because they can no longer source those materials. And they're going to go to fully photopolymer, which is this kind of stamps I'm going to be using in the demonstration today. So those are going bye-bye. The other thing that's going bye-bye is this packaging, this little like DVD kind of container that the stamps came in. And they're going to go to this kind of packaging because the photopolymer stamps are much lower in profile and they can fit in here. But you see this says dies. Everything's going to be able to fit into the package like this. So your dies will fit here, your stamps will fit here, and then all the packaging will eventually come up to this kind of packaging. That's going to save you space on your shelves. Some people put them in little bins. I don't know if I can do it. And then they can flip through them to see what they have. So you won't be able to see the spines on your, am I in a picture? I can't even tell. You won't be able to see the spines on your DVD cases. But if you like the DVD cases, they're still going to sell the DVD cases, so you can always convert over to that if you would like. And then the last thing that they are going to discontinue, and that is on the last chance list, is the Stampin' Write markers, and they're being phased out. And like I said, they're on the last chance list. You can still get them as of yesterday. They were still available, all of them. So if you like the Stampin' Write markers, I'd head over to the, either Lynn's website or my site and choose the markers that you want, because once they're gone, they're gone. They won't be making them anymore. And the reason they're doing that is because sales were low on those once we introduced the Stampin' Blends. So they're going bye-bye. So I am going to now show you the cards I'm going to demonstrate. Ta-da! So these are some masculine cards, and they are made with, now I had the stamp set, here it is. They are made with the Layered Thoughts stamp set. I may have used this before in a demonstration, but I really like this set. It's like quick and easy, and since I'm pressed on time, I'm going to use this one, but I'm still going to make 4 cards. And we're going to use the Timeless Plaid Designer Series paper. You see I don't have full sheets of some of these because I've used it. Timeless Plaid never goes out of style. And here's the other sides of the full sheets and the other sides of the sheets I only have the back of. So let's do it. Can she do it? Yes, she can. All right. Well, she could do it if she had her things prepared, but she doesn't really. Okay, so which one are we doing? Let's do this one, which is going to be the happy birthday card. I had to bring it out because I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. All right. I do have everything here. It's very hard for me to keep my side of the street clean. Okay. So we're starting off with all the cards are the same. They have a basic beige bottom. They have a 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 basic white. Yeah, Nope, that's wrong. That's a little bit smaller. I'll post the dimensions in a comment after I get back from my appointment. All right, so I'm going to stamp this very close to the top. Boom, boom, boom. There's one. And then I'm going to find my white because I'm going to use this stamp again with a different color. All right, so done with the stamping. So I'm going to now find my glue. Is that right, Kathy? Is that what you want to do? Yes, you do. And I'm going to glue it right on top of here. The Lost Lagoon base is the one that is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4, and then the basic white one is an 1/8 of an inch shorter on each of those sides. Oh, look at, she did it. Kind of has it right. And then do I have the right thing here? I do. Is that the right one? What's the one we're using? Hold on. Hold, please. Nope, that's not the right one. It must have fallen off somewhere. Here it is. Okay, I have it all here. So some of the colors on the Timeless Plaid paper are retired colors, but if you still have those retired colors in your repertoire, of course you can use them. I always get rid of the things that retire. And so when you cut down all these sheets, you're going to get a bunch of little strips like that. And since it's a masculine card and maybe I don't want to put ribbon on it, well, maybe I'll put ribbon on another card. I'm going to use this as kind of the little zhuzh, the little ribbon, the little interest, and just put that right there on the top. Boom. Oopsie. Okay. And then we'll cut off our extra here. And then we're going to put, I don't even know what I did with my dimensionals. Oop, not them. There they are, buried somewhere else. All right, put it on dimensionals. Just actually 5, because we don't want it to sag in the middle. And I'm going to say, as I've said before, but it bears repeating, that when I apply a layer to the card base, I always keep the card base open. I also, when I score it, I use the valley as the outside of the card. And I think it makes it easier to fold. Voila, one card down. Let's see, let's go for the next card. What color are we going to use now? Let's use our early espresso. And we're going to make this one. You know what? No, we're not, because I already have the stamp set up. Hold please, we'll do a different one. We're going to do this one, which is a thinking of you card. You know, you do have to send men thinking of you cards, but these don't exclusively have to be male cards, but that's what we're doing. Okay, so start again with our basic white card base. I'm using Old Olive here. And this time I'm going to, because it's a ginormous block, I'm going to apply the ink this way instead of stamping it through the stamp pad. And this one I'm not going to put so close to the top, but kind of close to the top, and hopefully it's straight, and hopefully it's in the middle. We'll have to see that, won't we? Oh, that looks good. Yay. All right, let me put my inks aside and close them so I don't get my arm in it. And again, I'm going to clean this one because I need this block. And I need to stamp off this block. Boom, bye. Bye. So my nails, sometimes I try to get them in a color that matches a Stampin' Up color. What did I just drop? Those scissors. So this is Poppy Parade, but it's also the color of the Chiefs, because I'm in my Chiefs era, because NFL's about ready to start. Okay, what am I doing? The Thinking of You card. What's it look like? I don't know. The same as all the other ones, Kathy. Really, it's exactly the same. All right, so I'm going to apply this to the Old Olive matte. using the green glue, which I didn't like at first, but it is so much less expensive than the other glue. And I like it when a little bit goes a long way. Not than the other glue, than the Stampin' Seal. I do still like the Stampin' Seal, and I am going to use it a little bit later on. But I'm going to use it oh, actually, it might be, nope, not on this card. Different card. Different card, sorry, different card. So let me show you something once I get this on here. On the last card I made, I put this band right on top of the DSP. This one, because there's so much space here, once I find my little band, I'm going to put it butted up against it, really. If you could see the mess that's over here that I'm trying to work with. I don't see it. Really? I just had it. It was here. Didn't you guys just see it? Where is it? Do I have another one over here? Yeah, I have, that one's thin, but it might work. This one's too thin, but it's long enough. I don't think the other ones are long enough. Yeah, I'm looking at my scrap pile right now. Yeah, it was too long. I mean, too short. Okay, one more little check here in my mess. Okay, I'm going to use a long one. What else? Okay, so I'm going to actually put the glue on here. Would you like to actually see it in the camera? I'm going to put the glue along here. And my friend Jody always says dot, dot, not a lot. Because you don't want your glue to splurb out. And I'm going to butt it right up against there. And this strip is going, stuff's on the floor and everything, is going all the way to the edges of the mat on the bottom because it blends in. It's just easier that way. Okay, let's put some dimensionals on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't want your cards to sag in the middle. And then peel off the backs. Find the bottom in this mess. Okay, I have a bottom. And I'll stick it right on there. And that's card number 2, Thinking of You. Now, let's see what else. This one looks like it wants to be next, so it'll be this stuff and this stuff, and you need this. You know, nails are really nice until you can't lift stuff with them. Excuse me while I slide it across. And I need this, and I need the sample so we all know what I'm making. All right, so, oh look, this one has ribbon, but that's fine. A little ribbon is okay. All right, so, and then there's the ribbon for that. So starting exactly the same, I'm going to use the Happy Birthday. And I'm going to use it in Cajun Craze. Do, 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 do. And I'm closing it so that gets my arm in it. And this one I am going to stamp right at the top because it's a taller sentiment. Hopefully I'm in the middle. I can't tell with the camera in the way, but we're going to hope that's right. Yeah, it's close enough. Okay, so now we're going to put it on the Cajun Craze mat. So look, I'm stamping a stack of cards in less than 30 minutes. I know it didn't count the cutting out, but really it's just a few straight cuts, not a lot of math. So the cutting doesn't take very long. And again, on some of the cards, well, that one isn't exactly right, but it's close enough. And on some of the cards, we use the little cast-off pieces, which I can't pick up with my fingernails. Hold on. These little cast-off pieces we used for borders on some of them. But I'm not going to do that on this one, although I could. You know, this side is really pretty, but the other side is one of my favorite patterns in this paper. Again, it's Timeless Plaid. And it is Timeless. Now, let's stick him on the bottom. And now this is my little secret trick for not using a lot of ribbon, because nobody sees the ribbon on the back. So I cut a length of ribbon, and I put some Stampin' Seal on either side of the back. And then I put the ribbon where I want on the front, and I adhere it to the back, stretch it across pretty tight so it sticks. So there's the ribbon on there. Oh no, they're going to use, you know what? Yes, I'm going to use a little bit more seal just to hold down the ends. And then it's time for dimensionals, because it's always time for dimensionals. And it's always time to have dimensional backs everywhere. Lynn says we're sure they're in the space shuttle because they are just everywhere. Once you have used them, they travel with you. It's just like cat hair. Ask me how I know. All right, so here's my happy birthday. It's a little off center, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to fix that. We're going to fix that with some embellishments. And these are the neutral matte dots. They're available as an online exclusive. And I'm going to use these. I don't know what color these are ones. Just pretend I know what my job is, and I know what stuff is. Oops, sorry. Oops, like an earthquake. So I put a little there so it doesn't look too off balance. And then, of course, you have to make another triangle. So let's put one there. And there you go, card number 4. For this one, I did tie a little bow on it. But I'm just going to keep it with just the ribbon across like that. Okay, we got one more card. It is strewn here somewhere. Okay, I know we're using that. I know we're using that. Here it is. We're using this. We're going to make this thank you card. Go away. Okay, so we got the bottom. We got the matte. We got the white. We got the designer series paper. We got some twine. And now I have to set up the thank you on this block. And that, oopsie, that's icky. That's what's good about also the photopolymer blocks, is that you can see photopolymer stamps, you can see through them, and then the blocks you can also see through them. So I'm gonna use my grid paper and pretend like I'm actually looking at it and line it up so that it says thank you. Does that look straight? It's close enough for government work. Okay, let's bring everything back and then take some stuff away because I don't want to stamp on it. Boop, boop. And there's my white paper. Here's my early espresso. Get a little ink on my stamp here. Nope, it's a little on the bottom. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, no, we'll see. Okay, not so close to the top. Try to make it in the middle because it's not as tall as the happy birthday. And press down on it. Don't rock it, just press straight down. Oh, there we go. It turned out so nice. Thank you very much. If I do say so myself, and I do. All right, let's see. We got your early espresso matte. Green glue. Yes, I'm singing to myself. The gal who gives me facials, you know, she plays the spa music, and then she sings her own song in her head. Ooh, hold on. I can't see it on that mat. I've got to move it. I got to move it. All right. So, come on, really, it'll work. It will be fine. Everything is awesome. Oh, man, look at all those movie things I'm saying. Okay, yes, I am talking to myself out loud. All right, there we go. Now we're going to put on our DSP. Yes, we are. There it is. Goes on the bottom. And I could use this, but I'm going to use twine. And you see when the twine comes off the spool, oh, I do have the spool right here. When the twine comes off the spool, it's all wiggly like that. So I like to take my bone folder, which I can actually find here, and remember how you used to curl ribbon? Well, we're going to uncurl this ribbon with the same technique with the bone folder. See how it got a little flatter? I'm going to do it one more time. There, so it's not so curly and it's easier to work with. Okay, so I'm going to do the same ribbon technique with this one. And put a little bit of seal here and here. And maybe I'll get in the camera. So this one's a little trickier. Because it's going to be parallel, and I'm not cutting it because that's one step I don't want to take. So I got it across just like I did, and I'm going to put it down, and then I'll make a little loopy and put it down. Can you see that? You could see that my finger would unstick. There we go. And then I'm going to pull it back across and hopefully make it parallel with the other one, which it is not. See, it's not really. And I'm going to put it down. But watch the magic. So then I just scoot them a little bit because there's enough Stampin' Seal back there. So there, that put on the little a parallel twine got on there without having to cut it into two pieces, and I straightened it up, you know, kind of, sort of, whatever. That. All right, dimensionals, come off of there, and a card base. Ooh, I found it. It's under the mess, but I found it. All right. It's the card base. Stick it on there. Right there in the center. Fold it down. I'm going to get the neutral matte dots again. Which ones did I use? The very vanilla ones on this. Come on. Fine. I have tweezers. Flying embellishments. There's one. There's two. And then let's put one down here for fun. Okay, so there we go. Does it say what colors they are? Yeah, no. All right, so what do? We made 1, 2. You would think I would have them. 3 and 4 cards in less than 20 minutes. Are they in the middle? They're close. So there we go. Timeless Plaid, layered thoughts, 4 cards, 1 layout, nice and masculine. Here, let's take these off so that they look a little different. There we go. There's the 4 different ones we made. And I did it. Can she do it? Yes, she can. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And baby, that's show business. Bye-bye.